Say cheese!
Hey there, I'm Hans from Broken Tech. And if you're already alive back in the early 2000s, you may have experienced something similar to that. And in case you were wondering, this is the Canon PowerShot A400, a budget digicam that was released way back in 2004. And if you read the title of this video, you know that this camera, well, sucks. Before that though, I'm actually meeting with Francis later to explore some places again and get some photo ops. Okay, hello. I am now with Francis. And I'm pretty sure you've seen him in the past video.
I'm Francis from Broken Tech.
And today we are here to explore this part of town and just try out my camera. To have a mini photo shoot and just do some street photography. Let's go!
I'm so unready.
Where do I even start? Okay, you know what? I will just list them down in quick succession like a rat. First of all, it can only capture up to 3.2 megapixels, has a sensor size of 1/3.2 inches, does not have any RAW capabilities whatsoever, can only go up to 640p video resolution. I cannot even change the shutter speed, very limited manual functionality. And you know the worst part is, this thing uses AA batteries, like AA batteries. Do you know how much money I've spent?
You see that? And that is why I always bring batteries with me. And now we'll change it on the way. And we are good to go.
Point is, this is just a bad camera and there is no way I can justify it otherwise. But this is why I still use this a lot.
Reason 1. Focal length matters.
Since I'm too broke to actually buy a proper DSLR or mirrorless camera, I usually use my phone for photography. With the RAW support using Samsung's Pro and Expert RAW camera features, I can get a bit more control with what I want to capture. Sadly though, no software feature can help with changing the focal length of the lens. So, this is where the camera comes in. It has an equivalent full-frame focal length of 45 to 100mm, which is really good for portrait shots and definitely covers more than the fixed 69mm of my phone's telephoto lens. So at this point, we were walking around trying to find our way to a mall that we wanted to go to. And this started happening.
Hindi na ako bibitaw. Na 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 na.
Wonderful singing by Francis there, and here I am trying to take a photo of a tree. I think it looked fine. You be the judge. This spot was probably the most random thing I have ever thought of taking a picture of, because as I will say later in this video,
That sucks.
yeah, exactly.
I low-key feel like that's illegal.
I randomly found these cars interesting. I don't know why, but I think the picture turned out nicely. And here I am again trying to take pictures of more cars. But you know, I really think that's the main essence of street photography. Taking pictures of the street. Also, these were the photos that was taken from that. And they're definitely not interesting at all. So, okay, you know what? I'll just get back to what I was talking about for this video anyway.
Reason 2. Flash matters.
My phone's flash is too weak for my taste. I mean, just check these photos out. They don't particularly give the flash photography look that I want. This digicam, or honestly most other digicams, have way stronger flashes than what you can find on your typical smartphone. Personally, the flash photography for my A400 looks the best on closer subjects in low or under light, since it really gives off such a disposable film camera vibe.
Yeah, we go here. I remember this. We need to walk towards the... Excuse me, sir. We have to walk towards the Tawiran.
Okay.
And this is how old we are. So Hans is here with his Digicam. And I'm here using a portable CD player. I'm listening to the A House Sweet album by New Jeans. So yeah.
It's night. It's around 7 p.m. I believe, and I'm exhausted. We've been walking for so long.
Exhausted.
We've tried scooters. We went to different places, different malls. I am super stoked to try the matcha of 7 Coffee. So for the third and last reason,
There is no last reason. Focal length and the flash is really the only things I care about this camera. So it begs the question, is it really worth it given all the annoying things I have to deal with when using this? People say that limitations breed to creativity, which is true. It's just that sometimes these limitations often are the reason why something becomes cumbersome to use. But then, I do not want to focus on why the limitations of this camera makes it sucky. I want to focus on how I use it to my advantage. Since this camera's output becomes so noisy at ISOs above 100, I usually set it below that. But then the camera tries to compensate by setting the shutter speed slower, which I cannot set myself. So it is mandatory that I use a flash for dimly lit environments, which I have said already before that I really like doing. But then, slower shutter speeds mean that I can create cool effects like this very nice motion blur in a picture like this. Having low dynamic range means that I can focus on a certain subject by using overexposed and underexposed parts of an image. Take these shots with flash for example. See how the very bright subject really stands above the very dark background? This can also work good for street photography, where having overblown highlights from the sky makes you want to focus on the buildings instead. Thinking about it, I can set the shutter speed slower through my phone. And I can just lower dynamic range also using my phone in post. Wait, so I actually don't need this? I have something to confess to all of you. All of the photos that I have showed you a while ago from this camera was actually edited in Lightroom and it's not the actual look of this camera. All that means is, what this camera can do, my phone can already do, and better. I won't lie to you and say that I prefer the photos coming from this Digicam over my phone just because this can achieve differing focal lengths and have a stronger flash. So yes, my phone is just objectively, and as all of you already know anyway, the better camera system. I am sorry if the title of the video ended up becoming the conclusion. It's just that it's plainly the truth, and I really just used it specifically for my personal reasons that most likely doesn't even apply to most of you watching this video. It's really just that this camera sucks, and it just so happens to do stuff that I really like. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want more content like this, a like and subscribe to our channel will be much appreciated. Bye!